This live thing is pretty cool.
It is.
Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good. I'm just gonna let this video play. You can talk over it.
All right, welcome down and dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. We're going to recap tonight, the first half hour with Lori Schultz from the Children's Hospital, and then after that, we'll be talking to Roger and Waylon Baum up in Oshkosh or Mackville, we'll say, to talk about their upcoming show. But let's start out with Lori here, and we had a great time Saturday night. It looked like rain, it looked like we weren't going to get it done, but the crew in Baraboo, the Sauk County Fairgrounds and our Fair Association, they got it together. Randy Brew and them guys, they did a good job and got the track looking pretty good for what we did in the pit area. Hauled in a bunch of bark just like we did in Sauk the week before. And it all turned out really good. What do you think, Stacy?
Yeah, I think the track turned out very nice, very good. And the pits, that bark mulch, I don't know where you're getting them ground up trees at, but they do a good job of soaking up the slop in the pits there. I think we even started on time. I think we got her teed off right at 6 o'clock. I know Amy Jo sung the national anthem at just a couple minutes to 6, and we were ready to roll. And boy, the fans came out too. A Saturday afternoon like that, 2 o'clock, it's still raining. You start changing your plans. You find something else to do because you don't think the tractor pull is going to happen. But the fans up there at Baraboo and the surrounding area, they really turned out for that pull in droves, and that was really great to see. That was.
Yeah. Thank goodness the sun came out at 4 o'clock. I think that's what saved us. I really do. I mean, they were doing everything we could do to the track, but we didn't have any wind. But as soon as the sun came out, it created some wind and dried it out, and I think it turned out really good. It was a pretty good track.
Yeah. And Josh Jacobs there, he did a great job with the sleds up there. I don't believe we reset the sled all night, and that's a testament to his abilities in the sled business as far as knowing the tractors that he's hooking in every class. And everybody was out past 300. I think Jason Round was 350 to win the pro stock, and that was probably one of the farthest pulls of the night, if not for Timmerman's getting out there a long ways too. But especially when you're dealing with a wet, tricky track like that, it's kind of a bit of an unknown, and he really nailed it all night long. Of course, he had a good practice the week before at Sauk too.
Yep, same track stuff. Somebody told me one time, a little while ago, years ago, you always had a couple guys in the class that could really get out there. Right now, everybody can get out there. So you can set the sled by the first guy and just know, and this is where it's at. Everybody's so equal.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. And that showed in the Calcutta auction there also for the pro stocks. We had 12 pro stocks that we sold off in the auction there, and every one of them tractors in that Calcutta is capable of winning on any given night. That probably wasn't so much true, 8-10 years ago, but it sure is true nowadays. That's a lot of high quality tractors in that class.
There is. It was fun. Well, Lori, what did you think of it? Did you get to watch the show much, or were you pretty busy all night?
Well, I was busy running around, but I did get to see quite a bit of it. And we were actually talking during the show that, it's a good night when a full pull isn't enough. And so that made it really exciting that, those full pulls were coming one after another. So they had to really work to get beyond that, which was fun to see.
Right. Well, I really believe 300 feet is pretty tight anymore. With every class, some guys, you don't even get into them until you're 150 feet down the track, so you watch some of them diesel trucks go, they don't get after it till well after 100 feet, so to shut them down at 300 or 280,
yeah,
it's fun to watch them get up and really show what they can do but you can't really do that unless in a track that's less than 300 feet, I believe. 350 gets a little extensive, but you need that 320, 330 anymore, I think.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's because people like fast runs nowadays, and at 300 or 295, you're not getting a fast run, and it's the norm nowadays. People like the speed; they like to see them haul the mail down there, and the sleds can do that nowadays, and still get them reined in at 350 feet. Yeah, I'm watching the video here, and I see the Super Farmers 351 also. So yeah, they were all getting out there pretty good. But yeah, it was quite an event. Lori, your presentation there before the Calcutta, that was very superbly done. I don't think there was a lot of dry eyes running around the place during that.
Yeah, no, I don't think there was. And for the first time ever, I lost it on the track myself. So that was really special. I had no idea they were going to thank me the way they did. But the Web King family coming out like that sure was great. And having them be a part of the pulling family, which is even, I think, more exciting. But, the kids were having a great time. And Raina got to go see her little friend who was here watching her on the track. So that was even more fun to watch their reunion too. But yeah, the crowd was loving it. They, I think, got behind it, which I think it showed. So
they did. It was fun to watch the crowd get into it, and cheer when somebody did well. It was fun. The crowd that comes to this is there to see something, and they do. Again, we talked about this last time. I said, if you're going to go to a session, I think for the money you're paying here, I don't know what a session is in Hillsboro or Toma or any of them places, but for $15, you're not going to see a show like this anywhere in Wisconsin,
right?
Or anywhere, I don't think, in the country,
right?
I really do.
Well, and the people keep coming back, and I think that's the amazing part too. That grandstand is always packed, no matter what the weather. Really, we talked about it a few years ago when it was still raining, close to showtime, and people were still coming out and packed the track. So that was awesome.
Could you imagine what we'd do if we had good weather once and something would work up there?
I don't think we'd know what to do.
Right. We went 20-some years in Sauk here with no rain, and then the last 10 years it's rained every time. I just can't believe it. It's
no, it's me, Greg. It's me.
No, this was long before this started.
Well, I've been with you guys for 9 years, so It is me.
Well, we need to start it in August then, because we need rain in August.
Yeah,
September, August and July, and maybe we should move it back to then. But
there you go.
I don't know, but we got it was rain, but we have a great crew there and the guys to get everything done. I don't know, John, did you get to watch it on live stream or anything?
I did not. I was busy at the wedding, so I could not participate.
Okay.
There was 3-4 people that were there once I got done with the wedding. Asked if I was racing off the Baraboo.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you had your street. You had your hot rod out. You probably could have made it up there pretty quick, right?
Could have, yeah. If I wouldn't have got pulled over.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I figured I better stay for all the festivities, or I'd have been shunned afterwards.
Okay, Lori, when I talk, we always do the greatest needs for the Children's Hospital, right? Does that, let people know what some of the needs are right now, or where you need help and stuff. So maybe we can do something more, and help out. What do you, what are your feelings on? I don't know. Tell us about it.
Sure. So the Greatest Needs Fund touches every single family, every single patient that comes into our hospital, no matter what they're in there for and what unit they're on. It helps us take care of family meals so that the families don't have to leave the hospital to get a nice warm meal in the evening, and they can stay right there with their child. It helps with stocking the refrigerators on each unit so that if they can't make the family meal, they box it up in to-go containers so they can go in and grab some the next day. There's breakfast foods in there for them to grab. So again, they don't have to worry about leaving or going to the cafeteria. It gets pretty pricey if you're in there for an extended length of time to keep running to the cafeteria. It also helps with our therapy dogs that we have. We now have 3. We have number 4 on the books. We're just waiting to find out when we'll get him or her. We don't know yet. And they have to be groomed every week and be, as clean as they can possibly be to be in the hospital. And our handlers have to take care of getting them food. And so that money also helps with that. Our child life department is 100% funded through philanthropy, such as, raising money through Greatest Needs. And we have 30 positions that we fill, and that's including our therapy dogs. They're considered staff, and so we have to count them in when we are figuring who we're paying for. But that really is the only salary that we pay for through philanthropy is child life. And we're very lucky to have child life in our emergency department. We have them every day of the week, all year long, which is a rarity for a children's hospital to have child life around the clock in the ER. And when you think about it, in the middle of the night when we have to go, we don't like it and we get scared. So just imagine if you're a child with that. So that's a huge one that we have. And then we have to provide all the distraction items that they use. So they have bubbles and they have little light spinners that they use, or they have their iPads, anything and everything that you can think of, coloring books, that if a child wants to do coloring instead of playing with a light up spinner, our child life makes sure and they'll go get that. And we have a supply all the time on hand for them to use. It also helps with gas cards for families who have to travel back and forth to the hospital from a distance because, the price of gas doesn't go down. And so they need help with that. Sometimes it's help with housing if they need to be in a hotel for an extended time. Here's a great example. We had a mom who is from Iowa, her family, and she was expecting, and they knew there was a heart defect. And she didn't want to stay in Iowa, and she knew she wanted to come to our hospital. And so she started working with our team for delivery and what surgery would be like immediately following that delivery. So she came and lived in a hospital for about a month before she gave birth so that she would be right here the minute she gave birth. And so that's something that we can help with as well. We have grants that families can write if they need help paying bills. And all of this comes out of this one fund. And so that's why we call it the Greatest Needs. It's as things come up and families need them, we're there to help. It does also, if there's equipment that a family needs to go home with so that their child can be at home and be comfortable, we will help supply that as well. And so that'll come out of this fund.
Perfect. I would love to see a picture of the kids with the dogs.
Oh,
I would love to see that video sometime, and that's got to light their face up, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Those dogs come in and they jump right up on the bed, and the patients are just loving on them, and the dogs absolutely love it. But I did have a mom tell me that before a procedure, they were in the OR prep, and the dog came in, and the dog went right to the mom instead of to the patient who was going into the OR, because the dog sensed that mom needed that comfort. And mom was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that dog came right over to me. And she's like, I just immediately calmed down.
Yeah, that's what they're there for. They know.
Oh, they do. They do.
Yep. Thank you, Colin. Yep. But yeah, it's so cool to do this. And before COVID, we, as a board of directors, you got to go down there. We had a couple meetings there, and you tour the hospital.
Yeah.
And everybody that got to do that as a chance, had a chance to do that, they are 100% on board, because you see these kids and the struggles and stuff, and your problems aren't that big.
Right.
We have problems, but them are real problems. Life is life, and it's terrible. Well, even after Brandy's speech, I've seen it. The little girl there 100 times, and I couldn't even talk.
I know.
Chris tried to give me the mic, and I said, I can't.
I know. It's just, and when you think about, there's such a range for spina bifida, and that's why I think it's really important that we're including their family and Raina in all of this. They were a huge part of the Radiothon. Raina was kind of our poster child. Well, she was the poster child for Radiothon, and all over our billboards, because I think, that's one of those things that's ongoing in their life that we don't always talk about. And so I just think it's really important for us to highlight not only their family, who does amazing things and is a part of your pulling family, but also, just the struggles that they have. But they can also show that through therapies and through the treatments that Raina's able to live a very normal life.
Yep. Even, not all stories are successful, right? They're not.
Right.
They're not. But you do what you can do, and you can't give up. That's the way I feel.
No, never. We'll look at the Wildmans. I mean, they're a great example.
Yep.
They just keep going, and they keep coming to do Radiothon for me and sharing their story. And, as tough as it is, they also tell me that it's a little bit like therapy. And I get that, because I've been there too. So, it's, that's why I do what I do. And I don't plan to stop for a very long time. They'll probably have to carry me out on a stretcher and say, okay, right. I think you're done.
That'll be me too. I'll be right there. I'll be pushing this tractor pull as long as I can. You know that, right? Yep. Well, it's a great thing. So, John and Stacey, you guys have any questions? Or
Lori, up there at I know we refer to it as the Children's Hospital, and obviously you take newborns. I mean, right from the get-go. Do you guys have an age range that you kind of deal with, or is it pretty much anybody adolescent?
Usually it's newborn through 18. When they turn 18, they start transitioning to the adult side. However, there are some cases where patients will be with us into their 20s because of their diagnosis. We had one patient who was diagnosed with a childhood type of cancer, and he had a choice of being on the adult side or the children's side. And the doctor with the most experience was on our children's side. And so he made that choice. He's like, nope, I want to be on the children's side for that. Of course, eventually he had to transition over, but we do occasionally, depending on the diagnosis, we'll take them in their 20s, but usually 18s are cut off, and then we start transitioning them.
Okay.
But we have, and it's old babies there too.
Yeah.
So.
And how many beds or patients do you guys take care of at any one given time?
We have 111 beds total, and we run right now, we're about 80% full, 80 to 85% full every day.
Is that fairly normal bed count for you?
It is, and we have actually gotten to the point where most of our beds are filled. So we're even probably closer to that 90% right now. And so we are looking to start, what else can we do? And so we do have one floor that's not finished yet. it's up for debate yet what's going to be on that floor, and they have not started any construction, but that right now is what the president of the hospital and her board are looking at, along with the doctors and the leadership teams, to say what is our greatest need for the next phase of our hospital so we can finish that floor out. But, we've had some units have had to turn patients away and send them to other children's hospitals, and that's just something we don't want to do.
Right. So is this a new construction floor, or is this something you're remodeling?
Well, the floor has been, it's sort of done. It's like they fitted it to be a patient floor when they originally built the hospital. And what it's been used for lately is like the bed storage, so that when, they need to fix a bed or any equipment might be stored on that floor. So really what they just need to go in and finish it. So they'll just be finishing and, creating the rooms. Right now it's kind of a big open circle of a floor, but it'll take some time to get that done once they decide what they're going to put in there. But that's also, they can't start yet because there might be special things that they need to add in. Like our one floor on our 8th or 7th floor, we have a lot of patients who come in for epilepsy. And so it's specially fitted for the things that they might need to be monitored. And so it's got special iPads in there and special cameras and all that kind of thing. So right now we're just waiting to see what they decide to do. And then there'll be a campaign coming out, I'm sure, once they decide what it's going to be, and then start moving forward.
Okay. So how many beds will that add? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, so they built with extra capacity in mind for future expansion without having to put another building up. That was a lot of foresight there when they built the hospital to build that extra capacity in, knowing needs that may be needed down the road.
Very good. They did. And, the one thing is we've already finished the 8th floor that hadn't been finished when they first opened the hospital. And that's we had a part of a floor was the neonatal intensive care unit. Now we have a whole floor. That's the neonatal intensive care unit. So that need had gone up quite a bit. And then this is our 2nd floor that we need to finish. But once we finish this floor, then the discussions really have to happen, because we can't go any higher. We can't add any more floors, because the Shorewood Village community said, nope, that's it. That's all you can do. And we're landlocked. So there's no way for us to expand the hospital as is. So they're going to have to start getting creative once we finish and open our 6th floor and get full again.
Right. Well, my question was, how many beds will that floor add? You said you have 110 now.
I'm not really sure, Greg, because it'll depend what it's going to service. Because some, for example, in the neonatal intensive care unit, the rooms are bigger. And so, it's not as many rooms in that one. So I'm not sure if it's going to be, just for example, if it's the pediatric intensive care unit, those rooms are also bigger. If it's a cardiac unit, they have different needs for equipment. But probably, I would say maybe 24 beds.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll have to just see what it's going to be, but I would say that's probably about what we'll add.
All right. So in 1980, my brother was there for 2 years, and my mom and I was 16, old enough to drive down, and you slept on this little thing. If you stayed there overnight next to the bed, the rooms are so much nicer now than what they were when we toured it. Oh my God. It was it was great then, to do what we did, but now it's excellent. It's a beautiful place.
It is. It really is. And, I tell people when I take them on tours, we have a lot of fun there, and people always look at me very strangely, but you know what? We're dealing with kids. We need to have fun. So we have been very thoughtful about what's inside that hospital. And I too, Greg, when I lived at the old hospital for the children's, it was a part of one floor in the adult hospital. And now we have 8 floors. And so to me, that is just amazing. It's sad to me that we need more beds, but I'm glad we're here for those families who need us.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously the need is real. That's for sure.
It is. And, it's not going anywhere. And as we develop new treatments and trials and all of those things, that just keeps bringing more people in too. So that's really, really, I think why we're getting more patients and families. We also are getting the word out more in the region. And so, we're getting Iowa, we're getting more central Illinois families. So it's not just around Madison.
Yeah, the children's hospitals, they fill a tremendous need in the community. And I know from experience, my daughter spent a couple of months up at Gillette Children's Hospital up in the Twin Cities, and it's quite an experience. That's for sure. But boy, when you're in such a caring place, it really makes something like that a lot easier.
It does. And, I just found out a couple of years ago when I was working with people who had been at a different children's hospital, I thought all children's hospitals were like ours. And I'm learning that they're not. And they have some of the same things we do. But I was really shocked by that because I just assumed that as wonderful as we are, that every children's hospital is like that. So I'm really, really glad when families come in and say, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. You took such good care of all of us. That warms my heart because that's our goal.
Right.
But we couldn't do it without people like you guys either. And the people who come out to your show, because really, we need the help and support of the community members to help us do that world-class care that we have. So thank you to you guys and to everybody who comes out.
Yep. Well, thank you. Thank you for working with us. It's great what we, you and we all work together for it, the hospital and all that. And do you get to talk to any of the doctors and say what you did this weekend? Say, hey, we were at this redneck tractor pull and had a heck of a good time, and show them some videos and say, hey, this is what we did, right?
Absolutely. I wouldn't call it a redneck tractor pull, though. I really wouldn't. But it's funny, though, because more and more people, as I'm meeting with bigger groups and talking about what I really do, because a lot of people within the hospital don't even know what I do for leadership-wise. And they ask me every time, every group I meet with, what's your favorite community partner? And I'm not blowing smoke, Greg. I'm not.
Yeah.
It is you guys for sure. It really is.
Thanks.
I love you guys. I love what you do. Of course, being married to a farmer is kind of just naturally right back at you. It's kind of in my blood too to be around all of this, but I think it was meant to be that I fell into meeting you guys and knowing you guys and coming out to your events and your banquets. So thanks for bringing me into your family. I love it.
Well, thanks for coming. We enjoy everything you do, and it's great. We have a great working relation. We do. So
we do. And I always stay to the bitter end. Every year I'm like, okay, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get home at a decent time. It's like, no, I can't. I just can't leave.
Yep. You were there at the end when we were loading tractors up and having a beer. So, yep. You weren't having one. I was having a beer.
I was having coffee.
So it was fun.
It
was fun.
It's a good
Well,
time.
I want to thank you for coming on the show, Lori, and letting everybody know again, we're willing to do whatever you want for the hospital. If we can do anything, you see anything different, please let us know. If you need us anywhere, you will be there.
I will definitely let you know, because I know you guys always show up, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you guys so much.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Lori.
All right. Now behave when I get off of here.
We will. Okay. Roger will keep it. We have Roger Baum next from Mackville. He'll keep us in line.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, Lori. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
Bye, Lori.
Thank you.
Bye.
So. Another great interview. She's great on the show, right? I wish we could have her on every week.
She's great. I tell you, you talk about somebody that does their duties with enthusiasm. She's the person for that operation.
Geez, that takes a special person for that position, and she is it.
Yeah.
So, Roger, see you and Waylon there?
Hey, guys.
Mackville working on the track?
Yep. Yes, we are. Yep. A lot about. I try to keep you in line. I know that's going to be a tough job.
You're the man for the job.
I have my work cut out there. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Right. So, how are things looking there?
Pretty good tonight. It's nice, beautiful green and dry today, but I don't know. We'll see what happens this week with there's a little threat of rain here and there, but we'll see. That's the way spring's been, you know.
Yeah.
So
how are the grounds? Are the grounds fairly firm?
Yeah, we're good. We could have her tonight right now, no problem. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the weather looking like for Saturday? Or Friday and Saturday, I should say.
I think it's looking good. I think it's good. In the 80s, nice warm weather. It should be good. Good beer drinking weather. Yeah, I think we'll be good. It's Thursday, you know, but then again, that's 4 days away or 5 days away, so it's hard to, you know, how this stuff goes. It's hard to tell for sure, but forecasting so far is look for the weekend.
See, I said we should start a new gambling thing. We should gamble on weathermen and give people let you know the odds. You know, this weatherman's odds is 12-1. This guy's 8-1. You can bet on him and see who is right. Just like anything else. People like to gamble. We should do that.
Yeah,
right.
I think our first two polls of the year got wet, so I think we're good to go for Mackville. I can't believe we're going to do 3 weeks in a row of wet polls.
Yeah, I hope not.
Well, I like those kind of thoughts. I hope that's the way it's going to happen. You bet.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger,
I know.
What was that?
Roger?
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys build a new announcer stand up there?
No, we didn't.
Okay, just checking.
So what do
Well,
you got?
Give us some. You come up here. Give us some tips where you want it. We'll make that happen for next year.
I just know I'm getting older. Them steps are getting higher.
Right. Gotcha. Put you on the lift.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So you got anything special planned out of the ordinary this weekend, Roger? Or is it the same thing? You want to tell us what all you do during the day anyways, other than the Badger State stuff and Lucas Oil stuff on Friday and Saturday night?
Oh yeah, we have Thursday night. We start with the local or Northeast Wisconsin motorsports. We come in with hot farm tractors and street trucks and diesel trucks, both street and mod trucks. You know, kind of open stuff. So open tractor classes for local guys. You know, that kind of thing, non-sanctioned. That kind of breaks. Then there's some semis pull that night. Mini rods, the economods we pull that night. That Thursday night. So it's a nice show to start out, get the track broken and kind of thing. And that kind of helps, makes Friday and Saturday night go so much better with getting our feet wet with the crowds of you know, quite not the biggest crowds we have on the weekends, but we have a really nice crowd last year and hopefully it does do it again. But yeah, it's gonna be a big weekend.
You always get a good crowd there. You always get a good crowd, and I think the weather is key, you know, to anything. You know that up there, and
absolutely.
And the stuff you have in Mackville, you can't see anywhere else up in your area, right? You know,
you're right. Yeah, it's the county fairs. You know, Oshkosh has a few of you guys there for your classes, but that's as far as north as it goes. Up this way. You know, we're not really that far. You think about we're more in the middle of the state, but we call it Northeast Wisconsin, but it's, you know, the 20 miles of Green Bay ain't too far. You know, it's not like we're way up in the boonies, but we're fortunate that we do have bigger cities around us with the Green Bay and nice interstate running not 3 miles away. Got interstate running through really nice and close for us. So works out good. You can draw from a lot of different areas. Yep. Easy drive
up. You guys, you have the RC pulling on Saturday, Waylon. You take part in that too, don't you?
Yeah, I have a couple RC pullers. We'll be pulling on Saturday from 1 to 5 o'clock. That's part of the Fox Valley RC truck and tractor pullers. It's a club that will come in and they have their own sled and a few guys are coming from out of state too. And it's the whole RC pulling world is bigger than what most people think it is. It's a scaled down version of the real deal, you know, and for a fraction of the cost too. So it's a fun little sport or a fun hobby, and so we'll be doing that here on Saturday from 1 to 5.
Yep, it's fun to watch. I've watched it before. I think it's cool. I like all kinds of it, you know, and it's fun to watch the guys. They're just as aggressive as we are with the big stuff, you know. They are.
Yep, that's right.
Waylon, where will the RC pulling be taking place up there?
It'll be pretty much right behind the announcer stand. You should know where that's at.
on the pit side.
Yep.
You know,
The bleachers too, and I usually bring my boy up there all the time, so he always got to go watch that. Fun to watch.
Right. Yep.
Yep. I don't know. Is it Stacy announcing up there this year, or is it John? I don't even know who's up there this year. Which one of you guys?
Both of us.
Both of you.
Yeah, you
You're
got to put up
busy,
with both of us this year.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
well, the mini rods too. At least I plan on having mine up there. Stacy, you?
Oh yeah, we'll have 3 of them there.
Wait.
Nice.
Are you guys doing the dash for cash for kids again?
Oh yeah, you betcha. They raised it to $1,000 this year per night.
Oh,
So-
What was it usually?
$750. Go ahead.
Here I've been telling everybody it's $10,000 all this time.
I know you. That's all right though. You're
Close enough. Yeah.
What's the age limit? Can I get in there and get a little dash for cash? I need to buy some parts.
And I'm always telling them it's Roger's money too, so they were.
I know.
Yeah, Roger's
Yeah.
money. You said that a couple of years.
What's that?
I think Stacy said that a couple of years ago. Yeah, Rogers, all this Rogers money.
Right. I know. I just rolled my eyes. That's all. That's all right though. I'll take the or advertisement or whatever. No, it's all good. It's all good.
We have fun. That's a fun event. We love coming up there to announce and pull, and it's a
Good.
great event. And to have an event, you tell people about it. It's at a Catholic church, and they look at you like, "No, I'm not kidding. You got a 300-foot beer tent, 2 pulling tracks. Don't get any better."
Yeah. Well, we sure enjoy having you guys up here too. I mean, you guys put on a show that really make things happen. It's, you know, you're moving along. The crowd is constantly seeing stuff going down the track, and that's key, I think, is to really, you know, you guys really move the vehicles through, and that's really, I think it really keeps the people coming back. They're not coming here and get bored, or, you know, the women and all, whatever. People keep, that's great. You know, I can't say enough that we're really happy with the equipment that gets brought up here, and it's top notch, and so no, looking forward to it. Just like I say, as long as they're weathered, but that's something we can't change anyway. So we'll deal with what we get.
Well, even if it rains, you still have the beer tent, the bands, right? You go in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Fun.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
You guys always have great bands in there and a lot of fun.
Yep.
They do.
Yep.
Mackville's the only place I've been to where they, over in the 300-foot beer tent, they have a game of paddles that they play, and the prices are cases of beer all the time.
Yep. And spin the wheel. Yeah. Yeah. It's still that's an ongoing thing in this German world up here or whatever for the churches and stuff is. Yeah, there's not a lot of church picnics anymore at all, any of them, and much less have a tractor pull at it. But that all kind of gone away a lot. A lot of the church picnics have, and so we're fortunate to have a nice community here that we can keep this going. And it's just a great area, you know, just out of the city a little bit, and it's nice.
Well, the reason they go away is most of them aren't fun, Roger, but yours is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Last year, I figured out if I bought all the paddles, I could win a case of beer every time.
Yeah, you could. That's a fact. Yeah.
So it was
Roger,
fun.
do
It
you
was fun.
Yeah.
What was
What's
that? What did you say?
Was
I
it
didn't
cheaper for you to do that?
Is it cheaper? No, that's you'll be paid for the beer. One way or the other that way. No,
No,
But at least,
no,
at least you'll end up with something. Before, otherwise, you could keep buying and never get your number. Then you walk away with nothing. So I guess this way you're guaranteed buying. You're getting something out of it. But yeah. But
yeah, we were with Jeff Hurt and his other alcohol buddy.
oh yeah,
the name,
Jeff
last
Odom?
night.
Jeff Odom.
Odom, yeah.
Oh,
Jeff Odom. And we were there right up till the end, and we had to go get a side by side to haul all the beer back that we bought.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for the donations. That's
It
great.
was fun. Yeah,
Oh.
we had a good time. Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what it's all about. That's
Hey Roger, do
yeah.
you guys ever have any attendance figures of how many people roll into that place?
Yeah, we get a pretty good number, with the tickets we sell and such, and we're in that 5,000 per night. I think maybe between 5 and 6, 5,500 in that for the Friday and Saturday nights, and then our Thursday night was about 2,000 last year, and then we end up with a Sunday afternoon full too. With the area, we'll get 1,000 people, 500, 1,000 people just come for family day.
I know it's very well attended on Friday and Saturday night, and it almost seems like it seems like it's the first big party up there. Everybody's ready to cut loose.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty much. Yeah, we're fortunate for that too. It's there's a lot of stuff. Oshkosh got the EAA, or they got all kinds of stuff, and not far from here, but that's in July, and we're pretty fortunate to get this going in June, and no doubt I think it helps a lot before everybody's spent all their money, spend it here, and there's a lot of country music festivals and all kinds of stuff like that going on around here in the summertime, and so we're darn lucky to have this when it is, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy too, because then it's over with. So I can continue on my summer too with pulling and whatever else we got going on, and the cottage and such, and so it works out good.
How many years?
Them attendance numbers rival any big pull in the state. Honestly, they do. They do. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool, I think. And you're doing it with a mix of national stuff and state level stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Yeah.
How many years have you guys been having a pull up there?
48. Let's say 48.
48.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to skip that 1 year in COVID. We had to skip, but other than that, it's been moving right along. But,
It's
yeah.
1976 there, Stacy, if you get your Platteville math.
Yeah.
That's 2 years less than Badger State's been around. That's my Platteville math. How's that?
Oh, okay.
But I think we've been up there almost 20 years. It's got to be pushing, right, Roger? I think.
Yeah, I would say so. Yep. Right around 2000. It would have been right in that area. Yeah, that's when I got more involved with the whole thing. I was always somewhat involved, but kind of in the back burner or whatever on the back side. But that's when I got more involved, and we got more stuff kind of going, and it was good. It's been a good run, really good run.
Yep.
So happy. So.
And you're building a light pro yourself, right?
Well, yeah, it's still in process. Yeah, actually, I might be switching it to a limit pro. We build a bigger block engine that recast that was in our shop, and we're doing that. So we are able to get to that 640 cubic inch with this new block, and so I might be steering a little bit more towards the limit pro now. Just now that we've built about 5-6 of those engines, or probably more than that, 7, I guess. For the light pro, it's the 540s, and I think, might get the first. We did a couple of super farms, so we got the 640, but now nobody's running with the light limited pro, with the 4.1. So, and then maybe I can jump in if I want to throw a 5-inch turbo on it and maybe jump up a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now, is going to a limited, the 4.1 with my new tractor. So, see how it goes.
In a tough class.
I know that. Oh, no doubt. I know. It'd be fun, but to get a blue one in there with a blue engine, that's what I kind of want to do. And so that's going to be, I know there's a lot of competition, and for sure.
So you were probably pretty happy to see them Pennsylvania Fords roll in there last year and take the top spot then.
Oh yeah. They're good friends of mine for sure. And I kind of wish they could have back. Well, next year we'll have them back again. So I think Christy says we can switch back and forth from year to year with them and stuff. So probably get them back next year. And there was no doubt. I talk to those guys all the time, and they're a fun bunch of guys, and they're good guys. So yeah,
that was a great that was a great class of tractors last year with our guys and them guys all there. That was a good bunch. Them guys run good coming up from down there. They do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep. For sure. So.
Yep. They're the cream of the crop right now, but our guys will catch them. I'll pretty much guarantee you that.
Right. Right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good class for that tractor. There's no doubt that's just a good mix for it. For the Fords with everything they got going, and so it's good.
What do you run now, Roger? You have a couple tractors yourself, don't you? Right now?
Yeah, I have a couple tractors. But yeah, we pulled the hot farm. Our like you said, NEW, it's what's NEW Motorsports, which is Northeast Wisconsin Motorsports. It's a club that we belong to, and they have a hot farm 505 cubic inch limit hot farm. So I have a TW35 we pull in there, and then Whalen has we pulled, and they have a 7,300 pound like a hot farm as well with a 2.6 turbo rule, or 2.75 now actually. And he runs their 7810 in there. And Sawyer, they have a limited pro class to 8,500 limited pro that Sawyer pulls a TM130 in there. So that's kind of the three tractors besides some pace tractor stuff and some other hot ones that we have that we run open non-sanctioned pulls with and stuff. And so yeah, we keep busy all summer for sure. I mean, keep pulling and keep the boys involved and all that and building this stuff, and it's fun. So it's going.
It's fun to keep the whole family in it, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, if it wasn't for the boys, I probably wouldn't be doing it. Definitely not doing near what we're doing now, but having the boys involved is really good. My whole family be here this weekend. My wife and my other daughters and my three daughters and my and her husbands and boyfriends all be here working the stands and all around this place. So it's a big family group for us. It's all family for us. The whole with our church and everything here. It's pretty nice. Very lucky.
Well,
it's a great event. It's one of my favorite of the year because, I do this year with my hometown pull was our first one. And then we do the Children's Hospital pull, and we're still planting corn. We're still making hay. This week it slows down, and I always love that. It's kind of like a vacation for me to come up there. And I really
good.
Like it.
Good. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I know it's a little different land from view down there and down in by Sauk there and all. It's different. So we appreciate that you guys all coming up and.
Yeah. Well, Waylon Mason just got in here. I can hear him talking here. He's coming up with us too Saturday. So
awesome. Good.
We'll see you up there. Don't get him in trouble. He's got to work again Monday.
Okay.
we were getting in trouble.
Yeah, Wheeler's up there going to get you in trouble.
Well, last year
that's because you go on the other side of the road over there.
Right.
I let him drive ours.
Yeah, you're going to let him drive your. Did you hear that, Waylon?
No. What's that?
He said last year you let him drive the RC tractor, so this year he's going to let you drive his.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
You ready for that?
Yeah, sure.
We haven't been doing good. We need to change of pace.
Need a driver.
Okay. I got some blue spray paint. We can paint that tractor with too.
It needs paint. It's all aluminum yet. So.
Oh.
Sure.
Yep. But yeah, we go up there and we have a good time with you guys. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Greg, you got yours together? Your tractors together, Greg?
Yeah. We'll find out. We're having some issues with it, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I was just talking to Robbie just before I got on here. I was just talking to Robbie about some crankshaft work he needs done. So we'll be seeing about doing that. So
yeah, I didn't know about the crankshaft thing until today when I called him. I said, "Why isn't this working?" He said, "Well, this might be it." But it is.
Yeah, right.
So we'll figure it out.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Oh.
Robbie knows what he's doing. He'll make it right.
Yep. For sure. Sure.
It's fun. You work with Robbie a little bit. You had to build some stuff for him too, right? And back and forth.
You asked me? You asked him? Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Sure. And he does assembling too for other guys that I do work for. So yep. Work back and forth. It's real nice working with Robbie.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So Waylon, why don't you tell us about the classes you hired this year and what you got going on? You want to let us know?
Sure. So Friday night we're gonna be starting out with Super Farms, Light Pros, and then and then on both nights we'll have lightweight super stocks from PPL, and then super modified two-wheel drive trucks from PPL, pro stock diesel trucks from Badger State, and then 4x4 pro mod trucks from PPL, and then the blown mini rods from Tri-County. And then on Saturday, it'll be a different show than Friday night. We'll have the pro stock tractors that are from Badger State, along with the limited pro stock tractors from Badger State. Light limited super stocks are new this year. We haven't had them here in a quite a while. And then we'll also have what I listed off beforehand with the light super stocks from PPL, the two-wheel drives and the pro stock diesel trucks and the four-wheel drive mod trucks and the blown mini rods too. So lots of variety and jam-packed weekend of tractor pulling. So you'll be good.
Yep, that'll be fun.
Yep.
Am I muted?
Both nights.
What's that?
$10 admission both nights.
20.
No, it's $20 for Friday and Saturday night.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
that was for Thursday. I see. Okay.
Right. Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you do have.
And I tell you what, guys. Last year I was talking to several of the pro mod four-wheel drive truck pullers, and they were very appreciative of them being, you guys having their class there, and the track that you guys supplied them with, and the hospitality that was shown to them. Them guys don't get up this way that much at all, and they all really enjoyed being part of the Mackville Nationals. And
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of. Go ahead.
When I go down to Lucas Oil Banquet, they all thank me too for making sure they get up there and helping them out, and we do good. You know, it's a busy night. You've got a lot of stuff there, so
yeah,
it's fun to have all them guys. Somebody different that you won't see in the state any other time is what's fun.
Right.
We have a good draw of people that like to watch, like the four-wheel drive trucks. There's no doubt. There's a lot of people I ask, so what do you come here for? It's the mod trucks. There's a good draw around up in this area. People like trucks. There's no doubt.
Yep.
So we keep them coming back.
Each part of the state, I feel, has a different draw for what they want. They might want mini rods over here. They want two-wheel drive trucks here. They want four-wheel drive mod trucks here. They want diesel trucks here. They want tractors here. It's, so you cater to what people want, right? So they buy a ticket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. Yep.
It's good. It's good to get that input.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It
It's a good mix. So I have if you don't like one thing, there's something else coming up the next class. So we definitely got a good mix of equipment up here this year, and there's no doubt, both loud and smoke, and should be happy. Everybody should be happy, I think. And no, it's good. It'll be good numbers, I'm sure. And yeah.
Has there ever been any estimates of cans of beer sold there at Mackville?
I should be able to figure that out. I shouldn't do that hard because we keep track of what we have to take, but what goes back. Put it that way. We, they filled a big semi up with beer, and so obviously it doesn't all get drank up. But so I should be able to figure that out. I could talk to these guys here once, and that'd be a good one to get some kind of idea on that. And then, again, they're 16 ounces too. They're the big cans. The silos, or what do you call them, and so yeah, there's a lot of bush lights go down around here, no doubt.
Well, your Budweiser distributor up there does sponsor the event too, so when he does sponsor, I do get to see that, and you must sell a lot of beer there.
Oh yeah, yep, they're a very good sponsor for us, no doubt. There's one of our top sponsors, and yeah, they are a top sponsor, and so it's great, and that's that. Go ahead.
Roger, did you know that every truckload of beer that there's a ton of headaches?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I believe for sure. I've had a few of them. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Good.
well, guys, what do you thinking? I'm looking forward to the 2-wheel-drive trucks. You know, our Badger State guys getting to go up there and mess it up with the Champions Tour guys. You know, that's
Yeah.
You know, I like seeing that. You know, I do like seeing that. We're getting our Badger State guys in. Let's see what they do. The Timmermans and the Deppies always do. You know, our guys do well with them guys. I feel always. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. It should be a pretty good sized class. I'm assuming it'll be pretty big class, and
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be good. That'll be good.
There's definitely going to be a lot of iron up there. There's a lot of classes, and a lot of them classes draw some pretty good numbers. So yeah, your pitch is going to be full.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, right now it's a hay field. Right now it's all hay out there. If you can show you, if you can see that or not, but it's all. They just cut the hay on Saturday. Have you seen that?
Yeah, when they going to bale it?
Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. So, well, it's just been every other day it's raining up here, so it's hard to make hay around, and but it'll be good. It's not better than it was years ago. It used to be a low hole, you know. It would be had issues, but Bill Radsack brought all that fill in here about 4 years ago, and it's really made it nice. And the water, flows away. It was all clay, and so it's got now with the hay in there, it's got some really good roots and some good base to it, so you can drive on it no problem. And well, looking forward to it.
Yeah,
and you do have campsites out there available too, right?
We have what?
You do have campsites out there available.
Yeah. There's in here for just people that don't that aren't pullers. That yes. There's a whole area here that's all mowed down. Whalen's out mowing it really nice, and so it's all set up for any kind of camp. It's not. There's no electricity for those guys, but it's just rough camp, whatever. Bring your motorhomes or campers or whatever, and set up camp and spend the whole weekend. You betcha.
Yeah, they call that primitive camping, I believe.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah, no electricity. Or bring your own generator and do your own thing. That's fine. It's all good.
Hey, Roger, do you guys do anything to the track in the off season? Do you seed it back with rye or anything?
They did have it seeded, but it's not now. They sprayed it a little while ago, so that the roots were there, but they did spray it. So right now there's nothing. It's brown. It's looking brown right now. But they actually added a lot of sand to it this last year, so it's going to be a different track.
Okay.
So I guess it was sand. It was some kind of sand. So hopefully what the boys did last fall it's going to be good. It was last fall. It was before the winter, and so you got a good frost and somewhat of a good frost this year. We didn't have a whole lot of winter this year either, but so no, I think it won't be quite as a little more forgiving than it was other years for making the track and such. I think it should help it.
Yeah.
Right. It should go back together and not get so hard, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Good.
Well, I appreciate the effort you guys put in every year, Roger, to having us there, and we all appreciate it being there, and it's a lot of fun. And we've, as a group of 2 groups to get together, I know we have a great time together up there every time.
Absolutely, us too. It goes for us as well. No, it's real happy. They say just let have the Lord bless us with some good weather, and that's all we can ask for. And
well, if He ain't gonna bless you at the church, He's not gonna bless you anywhere else, right?
Right. Exactly. That's right. Yeah, you bet. So, no, really appreciate everything you guys are doing. No, doing this tonight, and all this is all good, and appreciate that, getting the word out and stuff. And so, all the people out there, come on down, have a good time.
All right. Well, I'm done. Unless you guys got something you want to ask yet.
I'm good. I'm looking forward to getting up there. It's going to be a fun weekend.
You betcha. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Roger.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Come on. Mackville Nationals this weekend, Friday night, Saturday night. Great show on tap. I want to thank our sponsors, Front Street Toys, Casper Egg, Salama Enterprises, and Trip Downing for helping us out with the Down and Dirty show every week.
Yep. Thank you, guys. And thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you in Mackville this weekend.
Be a great time. Can't wait.